I thought so too. He's like, that was awkward.
It was awkward.
It was awkward.
All right, tournament starts at 4 minutes. I've never been in a kayak before. Twice. No idea how to launch this, where my rods go, how to hold a fish and take a picture on a bump board. We're gonna learn, trial by fire, sink or swim. Hopefully today works out. It's more
down.
Highlights than bloopers, but
hopefully you don't fall in the water.
Hopefully I don't fall in the water too.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
This is how I steer.
Are your feet good
Okay.
like that?
Oh yeah.
Or is that too far?
Come on.
Good? I mean, you have long legs, you know?
Yeah. All right, now how long do I have to wait for you? That's right. Storketo. This is a Stoketo motor right here. Getting comfortable with positioning the boat, steering the boat. Sacrificed the morning bite to try to figure that out, but I'm feeling a little bit more dialed.
All right, Charles, what's the mid-morning update?
Nothing, nada, nope, nada, bullshit, nothing. Oh, there's one. That's a rock. Nothing.
What has been the biggest adjustment so far for you in this kayak right now?
I would say getting out here was fun. You know what I mean? The motorboat and across the lake thing, this thing hustles. You know, I'm used to electric only stuff.
Yeah.
So compared to coming across the lake on a trolling motor, and for anybody watching here, in case you happen to be watching, just on the offhand chance you were watching, me and Charles and our Hobies got here about a half hour before Eric did.
Crushed.
On the track.
They crushed this thing. It was not even close.
Making runs in this thing, it's fun, man. You get a workout, you get some exercise, that's all good. Maintaining boat position, that's what, you know, takes a little bit of learning, a little bit of know-how, dealing with the wind, trying to be in position for the cast you want, being ready to work your bait and a hook set, etc. Switching between forward and reverse, working this little John here, the rudder, listening to Charles over there. There was Brian impressions all morning. So yeah, as far as adjustments to, you know, just boat positioning, snags are never cool. You know, I don't care what you're in. Snags are like, what's wrong with fishing, you know? Snags are not making fishing great. It's a part of it. It's the yin and yang of life, the duality of man. But snags are rough, you know? And I'm in the snag about every third cast. So I'm dealing with you know, 2/3 happiness, 1/3 unhappiness. I'm trying to blend that together and just, it's a good one. It's a giant. It's a giant. We're gonna take our time. I am not rushing this fish. He's laying in the grass. He's gonna come up one more run and then he's toast. He starts laying in the grass. He's got one run left. Good Lord. This is incredible. Good Lord, this thing won't give up. Come on, football. Oh! Yeah! I want to say that was the best fight that I'll probably have all year, unless I beat it today. It was an amazing experience. It's a friggin' giant smallmouth, 18 3/4 inch smallmouth. But man, there's a lot to learn about how to bunk board a fish and take a picture, and a lot to learn. In the future, I'll have a rag because you go to take a picture with your phone and you got a wet, slimy hand. So it's a learning experience, man. It's all something to it, man. Something to everything, and I'm learning today.
If I had a $50 bill, still couldn't buy a bite. Been under for 7 hours. Haven't gotten a bite. Haven't gotten one bite. No bites.
All right, Brian, first ever kayak derby. Let's get the rundown.
You know, fishing out of the Hobie took a little getting used to, or out of a kayak, I should say, took a little getting used to. I like it a lot better. I liked it a lot better as the day went on because I got more comfortable figuring out, you know, forward, reverse, how exactly everything works. Really went out here without any experience, just kind of jumped into it. The big misnomer for me was I always feared that this was going to hurt because I got a bad back, a really bad back, and I fished yesterday in a bass boat, and 3 hours in, I'm leaning on the butt seat, or I'm on one knee because of pain. And I figured I would have the same thing sitting down all day because I've had that before with the little kayaks that you row and slide in the hard plastic seat. This was really comfortable, and I'm not nearly hurting as much as I was yesterday in half the time. There's one right there. See that, man?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
How
I mean, look at this, dude. I'm in a kayak. I got electronics here. This thing is fast.
How about the stability? Well, the misconception of it being stable and not being stable.
It was stable.
Yeah.
It was stable.
Standing up, right?
I mean, there's footage of me fighting that. Look, there's another. Jeez. Where were you guys all day? I fought a big smallmouth, standing up the whole time, and no problems at all, man. Especially fighting the fish because the adrenaline's pumping. I'm in battle mode, man. Putting the fish on the bump board was probably the hardest part of the day, and the thing that takes the most, you know, the most nuance in dialing in exactly how to do that.
Yeah.
Especially with a smallmouth, and you know, so it was awesome, dude. I loved it. I really had a good time. Wish I would have caught a few more, but it is what it is. That's fishing.
Keep going. So if you guys don't know, the Ike Foundation, I'm Charles, yeah, Brian, Eric. We got the Ike Foundation tournament coming up in August 10th down in Camden. Every dollar, cent, penny raised goes to the Ike Foundation, gets kids out fishing. Usually we have the tournament on Saturday and doing like a pre-party the night before, changing things up this year. We're gonna be doing an Ike Live from the hotel, which is in Cherry Hill. Founders is gonna bring some beer in, gonna have a little happy hour and hang out. So a bunch of the pros will be hanging out. So you guys sign up on iAngler, it's $100. Tournament is the next day. I think it's from 6 a.m. to 1, and then there's a butt ton of prizes being given away. So if you guys can make it out, it'd be great. We'd love to have everyone, see you guys out there and have everyone come out. So
yeah, and out-of-towners usually win.
yeah, out-of-towners always win.
Out-of-towners are undefeated.
Well, if you stay at Brian's house, he'll give you the juice, and you just yeah. You got to sleep on the floor though with Eric, so it gets kind of weird. But if you want to win, you can win.
Third place with 1875 is Brian Stockel.
Right.
Is that right?
That's me. Thank you.
First, second, and third place done in a Hobie.
Hey, Mike.
Impressive.
Hello.